Hello champs, how are you? Excited? So, welcome back to our channel Learn for You. And here is your study buddy Anshika who will take you onto your exciting journey of Scratch. So, are you guys ready? Are you guys enjoying this ride? If so, let's continue. Before moving ahead, let's have a recap of what we did in our earlier video. Do you guys remember what we did in our earlier video, or you have forgotten everything? I hope you remember, and that is here recap for. So, in our earlier video, I introduced Scratch Editor to you, and what is it? It is an online platform where we are going to do our work. And this was the Scratch interface. Then we saw how we can access the Scratch, and there were basically two ways in which we can access our Scratch. First one was online mode and second offline mode. We installed and downloaded Scratch Editor in our PC, and I hope you all have done this. You tried to explore the Scratch Editor interface? This is what we are going to do in this video. Now we will jump onto our Scratch Editor and see the different parts, different functions of Scratch Editor which are going to help us to continue our progress in animation, stories and games. So now moving ahead, we will see different ways in which we can complete our task. So the very first thing we are going to start with is creating a new project. Yes, what we all do in our home when we reach there, we look for a spacious room where we can get seated and relax. So same is when we are diving into our Scratch Editor, the very first thing we are going to do is create our project. So how we are going to do that? The very first thing is this: open the Scratch. If you are using online mode, then just go on any of the browser and open it. And if you have already installed your Scratch Editor, then it's well good. You can directly jump on there, and there you can access this Scratch interface. Now let me take you to our Scratch Editor and then show you how we are going to do this. So this is our Scratch interface which I introduced you in our last video. Now the very first thing we are learning is how to create a new project. So here when you will go on this option of file, you will find the option of new, and as soon as you will click on this new, the new blank screen will be opening in your PC. So this is how we will open this, and it is quite very easy. I hope you all have done this earlier. You all would be using something. So this is how we are going to start with it. Then now you can see some of the options here which are explained to you. So it is almost like understanding the infrastructure of our home. As we know in our home that where is our kitchen, where is our bedroom, where is our living room. Similar way, now we will get familiar to the Scratch interface, and so many options you can see here. I'm going to explain you all of them one by one. So as you can see here, ungroup, forward, they might look quite complicated, but as soon as you are going to use them, they'll be quite very easy. Let's go to our editor and see here. So you can see here Scratchy, right? Let us take another sprite. But now the question in mind will be, what is sprite? So any of the element we are going to use here in our Scratch Editor is known as Scratchy. So from where we can take our sprites, you can see here it is coming as choose a sprite, and from here you will see different sprites. You can choose of animals, people, there are different categories, and as you scroll down you can find different sprites. So what do you think we should take for now? We will take a sprite and then we will perform all of our actions and the things we are going to learn. So you can see these all sprites. There are so many sprites and there are different ways you can choose them. So I'll be telling you them as well. But for now, let's take this dragon. Isn't it looking interesting? So let's put this Scratchy aside for now. We have learned a lot about Scratchy. Now we will jump onto our dragon. So now we are going to work on this dragon. We have already dealt a lot with this scratchy. So for now, and if we have to remove the sprite, here we can click on this delete button and our sprite will be deleted. So now we have this dragon sprite. Now if we have to open this, just go on this option of costumes and this sprite will open in your enlarged way. Let's see the options we have. So as you can see, there are different options. The first one you can see is ungroup, which means that unhold the sprites and object together. If we have to just apart the objects, we use this option of ungroup, and if we have to just move forward or backward, we have these options as well. Then comes our front and back. Coming on to flip vertical, flip horizontal, delete, it's quite very normal, then paste, copy and group. You have been familiar with these names. Now I am going to explain you all of them in our Scratch editor. So let's jump there. And as you can see, this sprite is loaded here. You can see these different scenes. His face is different, neck, then coming onto its body, its wings, its tail and its legs. These all are like different, but when we can select them this way, and then we can just make them group. So now if we are going to move this, it will move all together. So this is why we need to group them so that we can do the editing completely together. So this was the options we have been dealing with. We saw group, ungroup. Then we have this option of forward and backward. Let me ungroup it again and then show you the different options. And as soon as I ungroup it, now you just see I can select its tail, I can select its leg, and these options are used to move them backward and here used to move them forward. So this is how we can move different options and we can just change its configuration as well. So let's group it for now, and now we have this option as well, that flip vertical, flip horizontal, and we can just change its way. So what do you want? Do you want it to be in this way or the other side? We can have any of them as per your own convenience. You can just choose it, then you can make its copy and you can even delete it. But for now we are not deleting it, we are going to work on it. Moving on to some other options, here we go and we can see some different tools as well, and these tools are quite very useful. The very first is select. You can select a part of it and then you can make it edit. Coming on to this eraser, you all know the use of eraser, text tool, oval tools, rectangle, line tool, paint bucket, paint brush and select. We have different options. I hope you know the uses of them. When we are going here and we can see as well. See, right now the color of this dragon is looking green, but I don't think so. It is looking quite very attractive. We can change its color, okay? So let's use our this paint bucket. Here we can go and choose the color. So what do you want its color to be? Let's have just something darkish in nature, like dragon. It should give the feeling of dragon, okay? Right now it's not looking like a dragon. We can choose this color. I hope we can just choose the shade you want. Let me select one. And I hope this one will be okay. Let's see, I'm not sure, but we can choose any of the color we want to, okay? So let's choose this and here we can go. See, in different parts we can fill its color. Just keep clicking on this and it's quite very easy to do it, okay? We can just change the color the way we want. So here we are changing our sprite. Let's see how it's going to be. You can change the color of dragon to blue as well, but right now I'm just making up this color. It depends what you want to make it. I am making it reddish look because it even just throw fire, right? So I hope so this color will work here. And then this light green, we can shade it as well. Let's take some light color for it, okay? I don't think so some dark color will work for it. Let's try this color. It's looking somewhat pinkish shade, right? Let's go in some more dark. We can get, I hope so. Let's choose from here something like this. Will it work? Let's try. It can also work. We can fill this light green color with these shades, and this way we can use our different tools. So let's just create our sprite the way we want to. And here is our sprite almost ready. So this is how we have changed it colors. You can even change it as the way you want. Should it be pinkish or should it be red? I hope we can make it red again. So let's take that option of red and make that color again red. Okay, this is the color, I guess. Here we have put it. Okay, so here is our dragon completely ready. Now coming on to this option of rectangular tool, you can just drag and drop and create a rectangle as per you. So this is how we can create a rectangle. We can change its color. Let's change its color to bluish. Something in blue shade, we can just choose it. So here is it ready. And now we can just move these options forward and backward. We saw here these. Let us select first. Just go on this click option and then you can select easily. So we need to send it backward. And now you can see this dragon is in front. We can move it onto the top and place it here. So this is how it works. Right now it is not in center as you can see. So we can change its configuration as well. It is in large in size also. But we can change its size. We can make it small. Just go here and we can change its size to 60. I hope it will be okay. And as soon as we did of 60, it is small in size. So this is how we can change its configuration. Okay, so I hope these options are clear to you. This is our paintbrush. Just use it and you can paint it here as the way you want. These are the option of backward and forward. If you want to do something undo and redo, you can easily do from here. This is our eraser if you want to erase anything. Coming on to text box, we can just insert our text box here and then here we can type like dragon. So this is our dragon and here we can easily type. It can be in Hindi, in English, the way you want. Let us keep this in English for now and I hope it will be okay. So this is the dragon. We can change its shape and size. For now it's okay. Then let's see some other parts as well. We are done with this text tool. Oval tool, you can create an oval. Rectangle we have done. Line tools. So these are the options. Once you are using them in your own, then it will be much easy. I'm just giving you the hints so that when you are creating your animations and projects, you will be familiar with these options and you can easily use them. Now, the different other things, like as you told that how we can add sprites, right? So there were 4 options as you can see. This search button, this one, paint, surprise and upload. If you want to choose any of the sprites from the computer or from this available one, you can choose from here. You can see different sprites available here. Almost you will get here if you are using sun or you are using these alphabets as well, you will get them. But if you are not getting them, then you can even paint your own sprite. Just go there and here you will find this option of paint and you can create your own sprite if you want. If you have something in your own PC and you want to import it, you can also use this option and you can upload any sprite. This one is used for a sprite, like if I clicked on it, it will give me a random sprite. Again you are going to click on it, it will provide you some other sprites. So this is a random sprite if you want to use. For now let us delete these sprites and we will just deal with this our dragon. Let's see some other things. As I told you, we can delete it from here. It is quite very easy and these 4 options are also very simple. Now, there are 2 types of graphics in Paint Editor. This is the main part and you need to understand. What is this? When you are dealing with your sprites and you are customizing them, there are 2 main parts. First is bitmap graphics and second one is vector graphics. Let me show you here. As we have clicked on this and we are going on costumes, you can see here we are converting to bitmap and from here if I click on this, we can even convert to vector. So what is the difference between them, right? If we are using them. So the very first one is if we are converting it to bitmap, we deal with pixels and that is in a grid formation. When you zoom in the picture, you can see the pixels, right? So it is the same thing. Here in bitmap mode, different pixels are there and you can deal with them. But coming on to vector mode, here it is like you can deal with the different objects. You can create your objects as shapes and then you can move them. So it is much better to use the vector method as it is quite very easy to deal with it. Now, Scratch sound interface. As we can add on sprites, there are different sounds which we can also include in our Scratch video. Here, as you click on this sounds, you can see different sounds available here. Let's see explain here, and you can see number of sounds are available here. You can choose any of the one you want to. Let's see for our dragon if we have to choose. Let's see if we have any dragon sound for animals. And I think there is no dragon sound, so we can choose something like thunder. I hope so thunder one will be available here, and so here it is. So now we can just make it softer. These are some of the features. So we can play and you can listen. Like if dragon is something like hard thing, so we can choose some sounds, and then just see here we have different options available here, like undo, copy, copy to new, paste. So these are the options which will help you when you are going to create your different projects. There are some effects you can provide it, such as faster if you want to make your sound faster, or you can slow it down. You can make it loud, soft, mute, fade in, fade out, reverse and robot. So there are different effects you can add on as per your own convenience. As for now, we can make it louder. You can hear the voice. I hope so it is audible to you, so we can make it faster as well. So this is how you can make it as per your own way. I hope so things are clear to you. Now let's see something else. We are done with our sound effects. We added sprites to it. Now how we can add and delete a sound. I told you how we can add it, right? We can just add it from here, click here, and you can, there are same 4 options. You can even upload from your PC. You can choose a random sound. You can record your own sound and then can add it to your sprites, and then you can choose a sound from this inbuilt function. If you want to remove any sound, like I want to remove this magic spell, just click on this delete and the sound will be removed from here. So these are quite some basic terms. I'm just explaining you so that you can get familiar to them and it will be quite very easy. So how to save our project. Now we have created it and we want to work on it later. So how we are going to save it, right? So it is also very easy. Just click on this file and here you will get the option of save to your computer. Provide it a name. For example, I can provide it a name as Scratch First Project, and we can save it. Okay, project, and then just click on save it. This Scratch First project will be saved. So this is very simple, I guess. I hope you all are aware of these things. I'm just explaining you so that it will be more clear. Now, what is all this? Have we seen this and have we explored these things right now in our video? No. Okay. So there are many more things in Scratch, but I hope so things are clear to you now. Now we are going to explore all the things in our upcoming video. I hope we have explained so many things and these are clear to you. Just keep on practicing and try to explore the things. Try to use them, and once you will be just perfect with it, you can easily create different games. So these are some different features of Scratch and we are going to see them in our next video. So now here is our Scratchy to say you thank you and bye bye. Soon we are going to see you in our upcoming video, and in that video too we will see some more features of Scratch. After that we will start creating some interesting projects. So keep learning, keep connected, and we are going to see you soon in our next video. Bye.